Posted.
Now to an ongoing I-Team investigation. There are some stories that cry out to be repeated that can't be told enough. That's the case with this story tonight, a CBS 4 I-Team update on a little boy who in the end was no one's child. CBS 4's Gary Nelson now with more on the life and death of Gabriel Myers.
He spoke to me as soon as the hose was tightly around his neck and was able to speak.
It has been 4 months since this 19-year-old babysitter watched through a bathroom door window as 7-year-old Gabriel Myers apparently hanged himself with a shower hose in this foster home in Margate.
And he was hanging there, his feet were suspended off the bathtub, and he spoke to you as he was hanging there.
Yes.
And he said?
And he said that he was going to kill himself.
Even as he was hanging by his neck?
Yes.
And you ran to get a screwdriver to open the door?
That's right. Yeah.
4 months after this unapproved caregiver rummaged for a screwdriver, this DCF task force investigating Gabriel Myers' apparent suicide has concluded his death followed failures at every level. In this draft report, the panel says Gabriel Myers was no one's child. No one became a champion to ensure that his needs were identified and met. Gabriel was taken from his drug-abusing mother. He had been sexually abused by an older boy. He was bounced around multiple foster homes for 9 months. A file 1,500 pages tall shows lots of folks took lots of notes, but nobody got Gabriel the help he needed. The task force saying the treatment team did not provide Gabriel therapy to deal with his trauma, possible post-traumatic stress disorder, and depression. The foster parents in this home punished Gabriel for acting out, took his toys away, sent him to his room. As the Miami Herald was first to report, doctors working for the state prescribed a cocktail of psychotropic drugs known to increase the risk of suicide in children. Lots of foster kids, the panel found, 4 in 10 are being given mind-bending drugs, many without a court order as required by law.
Florida's not learning its lessons.
Children's advocates like attorney Howard Tallenfeld have been sounding an alarm for years over the rampant use of psychotropic meds in foster kids.
They have not been approved by FDA for use with children, and they are not a substitute for appropriate psychological care.
The task force found drugs are being used as chemical babysitters, doping children into good behavior. The panel saying psychotherapeutic medications are often being used to calm and manage rather than treat children. DCF's secretary has ordered a review of every case of children receiving the drugs and that the required parental or court consent be obtained. We spoke to the secretary from his office in Tallahassee.
My job, quite frankly, is to get it right. My job is to make sure that this kind of thing is done right, that a Gabriel Myers does not happen again.
And how? Proposals to make sure another Gabriel Myers doesn't happen again will come from another task force. While the state promises yet again to fix a dysfunctional system, the criminal investigation into Gabriel Myers' death remains open. The medical examiner has not yet fixed on a cause or manner of death. This is a tragedy that may yet be ruled not only a shame, but a crime. In the newsroom, Gary Nelson, CBS 4 News.
So sad. You wonder what would have happened if someone would have been a champion for that little boy.
Such a tragedy, really such a shame. Well, if you have news or information you'd like us to investigate, please call the CBS 4 I-Team hotline at 305-471-0404, or you can go to our website and email us a tip. That's at cbs4.com/I-Team.